A young lady got in touch with me because her ex-partner and the father of her young daughter had decided to smash a hole in the bedroom wall before he left. Her biggest concern was she wanted to move house, but she couldn't move out as she was about to lose the deposit she initially had to put down when she first rented the house. She got in touch with me with the hopes that my bill would be cheaper than the deposit she was about to lose. I didn't really have time for this job, but given the circumstances, I thought I'd try and fit it in sooner rather than later. Okay, so what you want to do is cut your plasterboard bigger than the size of the hole, and then mark around the shape of your plasterboard. And make sure you mark off so you know which way it goes back in the hole again, okay? Because if you put it in that way, I guarantee it won't fit. So now I'm going to show you what I believe to be the fastest and cheapest way to patch up a hole in a stud wall. Come on here, look at this. There's a little pop screw there. So we're going to pop the finish off the surface of it. Because the wall's been slammed into fairly hard, all the fixings have blown the plaster off the top of them. So I'm going to pick the plaster out and fix those as well. Can you see that on the camera? We just... And we'll fix that as well. Now, let's see if it fits. Making a hole to fit the plasterboard is a lot more precise than trying to make a plasterboard to fit the hole. Perfect. That'll go in there. Okay, so we've got stud on this side. So we've got something to fix to there. We're half on, so that's great. So we're just going to fix a piece of timber in this side. Any off-cut of timber will do. I'm just using a bit of old roof batten. All you need to do is fit your new piece of timber to the existing plasterboard, and then you can screw to it. Okay, these popped screws, it's good practice. They're probably not loose, but just to put an extra screw next to them to make sure they don't pop again. Before you start plastering, you need to apply some sealer. In this case, I'm using SBR. The other type of sealer you could use is PVA, but SBR dries much faster, so you can get the job done quicker. We're also going to fix this little bit where the door handles rammed into the wall a little bit there. We'll put a little bit in there for her as well. You'll need to cover all the joints between the plasterboard and the old wall with a mesh called scrim or plasterer's fibre tape, and this stops any cracks appearing. If your SBR is still a little bit tacky, your scrims won't bed in, so just lay them down with the brush and it'll keep them still. Now, one of these sachets is designed for half a bag of plaster, and we're only doing a couple of handfuls, so just a little bit of this. Don't put too much in because it'll be going off faster than you can use it. One for luck. That'll do it. That stuff is called half time. It's a plaster accelerator. If you're a beginner or doing this for the first time, I recommend that you don't bother using it. Mix your plaster until it's like a whipped cream consistency with no lumps in it. First thing I want to do is just cover these scrims and get everything filled out to a level sort of finish, and that's it. If one of the scrims starts to move around with the plaster, don't put your finger in the plaster. Just use the corner of your trowel and reposition it where you want it to be. Also going to fill out the screw holes and the little dins. Now I could blend in there, but it's going to be easier to just take it up to this door frame, up to this casing, because then there's no need to blend in on one side of it. Take a little bit, and neat, like so. The young lady Rebecca's just told us she's putting the kettle on, so once this first coat's on, we're going to nip downstairs and have a cup of tea. Notice how I'm blending in straight off the bat. I'm feathering the stuff in as it's going on the wall now. Now we wait. We've got to let that really firm up. You don't want to get on it too soon. If you start smoothing that out too soon, you'll take that first layer back off and the scrims will be showing through. Okay, so this now is firm to the touch. The scrims aren't going to come back through. On the old bit of wall, it's pulled in quite a bit, as you can see. So what we're going to do is wet this up a little bit here. Add a little bit of water into this and give it the second coat. One nice cup of tea later and we're raring to go. Now before I put the second coat on, notice how it's drying out a little bit on the blend. That's a constant thing, so you just start brushing the joint in every point. Before anything drips down the wall, just give it a little wipe off. And all this does, this water, just helps the plaster to blend in. So now we'll give it the second coat, much like the first. Just, again, feathering in right from the get-go. Take a little bit, go in neat. And not forgetting our little door handle bit there. I'd wanted to do a video on how to patch up a hole in a wall for a while, so it worked out perfect timing for this young lady to have this job done. I always keep the fat from the first trowel on the side of the bucket. You never know if you're going to nick some plaster and it comes in handy. Second trowel now, again, just a blend again. That blend there, I'm not going across it that way, I'm going that way, that one, that way, and this bottom one. So, by doing that and applying water, that's how you stop a ridge. That's how you guarantee that that feathers in nicely, and any little misses that you spot, just fill them in. Just noticed whilst I'm going to wipe down, because I've filled these little holes where pictures used to be, that there's another little nail pop here. So I'm just going to pick that out now. There. And what I'm going to do is, like so, and then the bit of fat that we put on the side of the bucket from the first trowel, we'll fill in there with. I'll just trowel that up now with everything else and that'll just blend in. It's just one little way of just, you know, it's no extra time. just do a nice job for her. Just giving the wall a final little polish and then a wipe down. I'm going to wipe off all the excess plaster. What's left is just a little bit of dirty water and that'll easily paint over. That's it. That is absolutely seamless. You'll never see that when it's painted. Just as we were finishing, Rebecca had to nip off to her mum's to pick up her daughter. So we cleaned up. That way she'd come home and wouldn't have loads of mess to tidy up after the builders. Now, before I started, I initially told Rebecca that I was going to do this job for free for her as an act of kindness, but she told me that she thought that the job was bigger than I had expected, so bless her, she even sent me a little message to me trying to pay me. Kindness costs nothing.